Today is episode 2 of the BMW E39 touring build. In today's episode we are going to be changing from a blacked out theme that you saw in episode 1 to more of an OEM plus theme, and we are also going to be breaking down the exact costs of this car. So if you watched episode 1, you'll see that I paid £500 for this car, and we are then going to go from there and explain how much more we've spent. Not only that, but towards the end of this video we will also discuss the future plans for the car in terms of performance mods and things like that. So without further ado guys, let's get into today's video and let's get going.
Ryan Little.
So what we've got here then guys is the original SE seat on the left hand side. So as you can see, it's quite a flat base, a bit more comfortable. But on the right hand side we have what is called the sport seats. So as you can see, they've got a little bit more bolster on both the bottom and the sides, and they've also got the additional leg support there. So we are going to be changing from the SE interior to the sport interior, just on personal preference. Now, I'm currently sat in traffic and I thought, why not give you guys a bit of a rundown of exactly how much this car cost. So as you already know, I paid £500 for this car. When I bought this car back, it didn't have a great deal of boost. Now, I did a little bit of diagnosis on it myself, so it didn't cost me anything, and it turned out that it needed an injector and also a MAF sensor. So £80 on an injector, £20 on a MAF sensor, £100 total. The car then owed me £600. Episode 1 then, you saw me change a few bits inside the car and also a few bits outside the car. So the sport front bumper, I paid £20 for that bumper, had to respray it at the same time, resprayed the trims inside the car, paint and everything. I spent £30 on paint, so that therefore took the total to £650. I then put some bits that I had laying around on the shelf on the car. So things like the head unit that are now in the car didn't actually cost me anything. So I can't really count that, and a head unit is personal preference, and I'm not really going to take that into account. One of the other things I had laying on the shelf was the Angel Eye headlights. Now, Angel Eye headlights, generally speaking, cost around about £100. So for the sake of this video, we're going to add that £100 on anyway. So that now takes the total to £750. So at £750, the car looked like it did at the end of episode 1. Now, episode 2, which we're currently seeing at the moment, you can see that I have spent some more money on the car. I've gone from the blacked out look that the car previously had to more of an OEM plus sort of look. Now, that has actually not cost me a great deal. Now, I was scrolling through Facebook one evening and I came across a 525D that was actually an SE, but somebody had put a load of sport bits on it. So that car was advertised for £1,500. That car turned out to be a really nice car, and it was exactly as advertised. So we paid the man £1,500 and we drove the car home. Once we got that car home, we started cannibalising it. So we swapped over a few bits. So things like the sport seats, the M parallels, and a few other bits like the rear tail lights, the boot trim, and everything else came from that 525D. I had to put a set of wheels on that 525D, so I bought a set of 5 turbines for £100. So that way I was able to keep my Style 32s and also a set of M parallels. In theory now then, that 525D owed me £1,600 and I sold it for £1,500. So that car cost me £100, if you want to call it that, as a loss. I lost £100 on the car, but I've gained a set of M parallels, the sport interior, all the trims, everything else. So after doing that donor car swap that technically cost us £100, the E39 cost us the grand total of £850. Now that is assuming that we had to buy some bits that I actually had laying on the shelf. So actually the car owes me a little bit less than that, but for the purpose of this video, £850 is the figure we are assigning to it. So what's coming up next for this car then? Well, we have got some plans. This car is currently on 198, near enough 199,000 miles. Now, when it gets to 200,000 miles, I plan to give it a little birthday present. I'm planning on putting a GT260V turbo, a front mount intercooler, and also a decat downpipe on this car. So couple that with a map, we should hopefully have some more performance from it. So episode 3 should hopefully be a bit more performance related and a bit more mechanical, and going through again the costs involved with doing so. So I hope to see you guys in episode 3. If there's anything you specifically want to know, of course, just drop it down in the comments below. All of the likes, comments, subscribes always help the YouTube algorithms, so please do us a favour and smash that subscribe button to help us out. For now though, I'm bored of talking. I'm sure you guys are bored of hearing my voice, so I'm signing out and I'll see you in episode 3.